Let's break through, let's give you some general rules of thumb around costs. To keep it really simple, our purpose for this is for you to go away from this with some just simple rough ballpark guidelines, whether you're a realtor helping a client or a homeowner thinking about it for yourself and you're just starting the process. So Bruce, why don't you share with us some general rules of thumbs here?
Sure. So, again, renovations can go from painting a room to transformational. So we're trying to break it down to some easy, understandable things. So small scope reno, this would probably be, new flooring, new paint, new light fixtures, maybe some plumbing fixtures and things like that. Probably want to be budgeting about $75 a square foot. We're talking about interior cosmetic finishes, no wall demolition, that's a big one, and no alteration of exterior walls or roof structure. Next one is going to be kind of that medium scope reno. This is probably starting around $150 a square foot. And that's going to include things such as complete new interior finishes, new flooring and new paint, minor interior structural wall demolition and removal. This would definitely require permits in this one, minor floor plan layout changes. However, wouldn't include alteration of exterior walls or the roof structure, but it would include new roofing. So this one, you'd be pretty sure that everything's going to be nice and new in the home, and your home's going to be upgraded in the last, fair length of time.
Yeah, and I should note that these numbers per square footage cost is just the general. There are some bathroom and kitchen additional costs that you need to add on to this, and we'll go through that now. Let's do so if you get large scope reno, what you can do is budget for about 225 square feet. Sorry, let me get rid of this. All right, so yeah, 225 square feet. And what that would be is going from the last scope now, you're doing complete new interior finishes. Minor interior wall demo and alterations. So this allows for some wall shifts, minor floor plan changes possible with this ballpark here. Minor plumbing and electrical work. So not repiping the whole house, for instance, or not rewiring the whole house, but just some minor at location type of changes. New exterior cladding and roofing is possible within this budget. New windows and exterior doors. Additions are not included in this scope. We have one more after this that will allow for that. So yeah, this is transformational, right? This is where we're talking about completely changing it all. And we would budget about $295 square feet here. And what this is these are the types of rentals where you're completely gutting out all of the drywall, electrical, plumbing. So think about your character home where it's knob and tube wiring and the plumbing's the end of its copper life and we got to rip it all out. The walls are like plaster and we got to take all that out, put new drywall. So that's the type of work that we're talking about here. Complete new interior finishes. By the time we're done, there's not a trace of the old stuff. It feels like a brand new house with this level of reno. Major alterations or structural walls, foundations, and even the roof would be allowed for a budget like this. And then all new exterior cladding and roofing. So we just finished a character home, actually heritage home renovation in Shaughnessy, and this is exactly it. We pretty much ripped out everything and just gave them new.
Yeah, usually with the transformational, it's usually that there's something grandfathered there or it's required to keep it for a reason. Usually at this point, it's probably, if you just want to start fresh, a new home would actually make sense. But oftentimes there's things that are there that if you build new, you just don't get. So it makes sense to look at this. Or there's sentimental value. We did one where there was a lot of sentimental value to the home, and the client really wanted to retain the existing home, knowing that it was actually going to cost them more money than to build new. But that's what they wanted, and it was really, that was important to them.
Right. Okay, and of course on the outside there's new landscaping, new walkways, landscape lights. So just think of it as a completely brand new house by the time we're done with it. All right, so remember I said that those $1 per square foot, that's just for the general area. Now what you have to do is layer in the expensive rooms like the kitchens and the bathrooms. So Bruce, why don't you share with us on this one?
So these are again just some ballpark numbers, but you got your standard bathroom, that's your 5x8 bathroom, tub shower, probably starting at around $25,000 to gut it out and replace everything inside there. So that's going to include new floor, new wall tiles, new cabinets, new mirror, new plumbing and light fixtures, new drywall and new paint. Basically, when we're done, that room's going to look brand new. Next one is, of course, the standard master ensuite. Again, we can spend a lot more, but typical kind of 10 by 8 master ensuite, which is a good size master, and that's probably going to be starting around 50,000. Obviously, master's larger and has more stuff going on inside it, and typically the finishings are going to be a little bit higher level too. Again, new floor and wall tiles, new cabinets, new mirror, new shower glass, new plumbing and light fixtures, new drywall and paint.
Yeah, so let's go to the kitchen now. So if you talk about standard kitchen, 180 square feet, right? Not crazy in a big mansion or anything like that. You can budget to start at about 85,000. And again, these are all starting because sky's the limit really when you do renovations and stuff. It all depends. But what this will get you as a starting point is you get new floors, new backsplash tiles, new cabinets, whether they're shop paint or laminate, new appliances, and we're talking as a starting point, it'd be more of an entry-level brand. So not the Gaggenau's or the Wolves or Sub-Zeros, but you can probably get away with like maybe Bosch or Spykel, depending on what the rest are. That's a good mid-level. If you can go lower than that and then save some money elsewhere, but the appliances are all over the place,
and the amount of appliances effective too.
Yes.
There's lots of things. You can get a coffee maker. You can separate your wall oven and your cooktop. You can get 48-inch or even 54-inch cooktops that are quite expensive. So again, there's a huge variety in there. But if you've been shopping at appliance stores, you can get an idea. Probably $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 would be a reasonable appliance package within this budget.
Right. And new plumbing and lighting fixtures here. So complete new kitchen, basically. New drywall and new paint could be allowed for this.